Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. I'm glad you guys could join me tonight. It's been a while since we've had a Google Hangout, so hopefully we can just get right back into the swing of things. If you're brand new and this is the first time that you're joining us, just feel free to jump in and ask questions in the kind of question box. If you're not seeing a question box, make sure you're on Google+, that you followed over to get to the actual Hangout event on Google+. So hopefully that will get everybody on the same page. Every time we have a Hangout, I always start us with kind of a random topic just so that it's something else and it's not Q&A number 11, Q&A number 12. So today I thought we would talk about saving on gas, only because it's the summer and gas always goes up every summer. It's just kind of how it works, and gas is only going up just based on current events. So just some quick ways, frugal ways to save on gas. First, if you have a smartphone, 2 really great apps. I live on Waze. We travel all the time for workshops and whatnot all over the Southeast, but I couldn't make it without Waze. And Waze is W-A-Z-E. It's free and it's crowdsourcing. So when I hit Atlanta, I can see where bad traffic is. The app can reroute you around traffic. It also has a gas feature in it that you can use. I haven't used that part a ton. I definitely use it for not hitting traffic, because if you want to get killed on gas sitting on an interstate for 4 hours, that'll do it to you when it's not moving. So highly recommend Waze. You might get slightly addicted to earning points to get to higher levels, but if all you do is just use it for not getting stuck in a bad wreck, you'll be very happy. Gas Buddy is another great website. It's also crowdsourcing, but I can see what gas station in the area has the cheapest gas. So that one's been around, goodness, probably for over a decade, but it's still going strong and a great place if you're heading out. Obviously, after a few trips, you're going to realize what parts of town have the cheapest gas, but it'll at least help you do some research when you're first trying to figure it all out on that ticket. I guess another way to go with saving on gas, you have to take advantage of the grocery store deals. Someone asked a question not only about WinnDixie fuel perks, but Lowe's Foods gas program. So in terms of that, we'll go straight to Hudson's question that is gas related. Where's the easiest place to find a list of each week's WinnDixie fuel perks? I normally avoid WinnDixie like the plague, but sometimes they have an appealing deal. I will list them out. Be careful. Some of the fuel perk deals are awesome. They pair in with something that's already at a great price, and I get a fuel perk, and I have a coupon. But some of them are not awesome. Some of them are pay way more than this product is normally so that you can get 5 cents in fuel perks. So don't go tearing in for all of them. If you wanted to, what I would probably do is just pull up the Southern Savers WinnDixie list and do a Control F or Command F if you have a Mac, and just search for the word fuel perk, and it's going to highlight every deal so you can skim that list quickly for what you're looking for. Folks have asked whether or not I would put them in their own category, but that gets tricky when you're ready to go shopping, because now they're not in the category of where they are in the store. Instead, they're in their own separate category, and you got to figure out how to not miss them when you're in the store. But there are some good deals. So while we're talking that, what in the world is fuel perks? It's a program that both WinnDixie and BuyLow run and gives you gas savings at participating stations, which vary based on where you live. I would say the #1 station that they work with is Shell. But in some areas of South Carolina, it's not Shell. In some areas of Florida, it's not Shell. So head to WinnDixie or BuyLow site, whoever you have in your area, and find what stations are participating near you. I go into the store, I buy participating items, and I earn a fuel perk to purchase them, or when I purchase them. It's kind of like the drugstores in a sense, but I also earn fuel perks off my total purchase. That one's not really that exciting. You're going to earn 5 cents for every $50 that you spend. Don't get too super excited there. That's kind of like Kroger, where I earn 10 cents for every $100 I spend. Do not become a Kroger loyalist for 10 cents off of a $100 purchase. Kroger lets you use that up to 35 gallons. You're talking about $3.50. And if somebody gave you a coupon for $3.50 off a $100 purchase, it's really not that great. What is great about fuel perks is the fuel perks off of participating items, because that's where you can rack up big. There's no limit on those. I get one for every item that I buy, or if the deal is buy 2 and get a fuel perk, I buy 4, I get double the fuel perk. So those are great. You can constantly accrue them very, very quickly. And with fuel perks, you can save all the way up to a free tank of gas. So that explains that one. Someone else had a question about Lowe's Foods. Jessica has a Lowe's Foods gas rewards. Jessica, this is almost exactly the same way as fuel perks. It's going to be at participating stations. Some Lowe's Foods actually have gas stations at the store. Others do not. So you'll find if you have a participating store in your area, head to lowesfoods.com and they will show you where those are. To redeem them, you're going to either scan your Lowe's Foods card, swipe it at the pump, like right where you would swipe your credit card before you swipe your credit card, or you could go inside if that's not working. That's how you're going to kind of get your savings from shopping in Lowe's Foods. Now, we have numerous fuel programs across all the grocery stores. Lowe's Foods has their own, Food City has one, Kroger has one, WinnDixie and Bilo have one. CVS is currently running deals where you earn $10 in gas station gift cards when you buy participating items. Publix doesn't run a fuel program, but they do put coupons in the Publix ad from time to time. We have one that starts in this coming week's Publix ad. So Wednesday or Thursday, whenever your ad starts, there's a $10 off any $50 purchase, gas station gift card purchase. Those coupons always require a grocery purchase with them. So don't just plan to run in and get gift cards. You're going to have to buy groceries while you're in there too. But it's a good savings. 10 off 50 is 20%. Basically. So grab those coupons, use them to get the gift cards and stretch your gas savings further. One more side to that gas savings is using the actual gas station's rewards. Shell, for instance, has a Shell Fuel Saver Rewards program where even if I didn't have any fuel perks, I'd still just swiping my Shell Rewards card, which is free to join, I get an automatic 3 cents off a gallon. But then I can earn higher rewards when I purchase gas and when I purchase other things, and I have a linked credit card. So it kind of reads what you've purchased off your credit card and gives you more points as well. Doesn't mean it's their credit card, just means that you've kind of entered it into the system. So you can go that way. BP also has a rewards program that you swipe the card every time you get gas and you earn free gas just by using it. So it's worth looking into. Let's see if we have any other, let's see. Okay, no other gas questions for now. So really quick, a few more things on saving for gas. Obviously maintenance for your car and keeping your car clean, no heavy, heavy equipment or whatnot in the back of it, because anything that you have is going to decrease your gas mileage. The same with drag. Folks that leave bicycle racks or anything like that attached to the outside of your car, it's reducing your aerodynamics. One other thing that I found when I was doing some research was just making sure your gas cap is on tight, so you're not having any issues there, no oxygen sensor issues, as well as possibly just having it evaporate right out of your tank. So lots of things that you can do. There's one more big one that I wanted to kind of cover for anyone who lives in Georgia. This one's kind of crazy. But if you wanted to go to the extreme level, you could actually look at getting an electric car. And tomorrow on Southern Savers, I have a whole post kind of detailing why in the world you'd even want to do that. But Georgia residents specifically are eligible for really huge tax savings if you have a Georgia tax requirement. So you pay taxes in Georgia and you aren't just kind of breaking even. You can get a $5,000 tax credit to buy or lease an electric car. A good friend of mine who actually used to help me with Southern Savers for years just leased an electric car, and they will come out ahead. They leased it for 2 years. The lease will end up costing about as much as the tax credit. So it's kind of like they just leased a free car once you factor in the tax credit. So if you live in Georgia, it's at least something to look into, and that's the electric car tax credit. No one else in the South has that kind of incentive. There is a federal tax credit, but it doesn't qualify for leases. So all the rest of us we wouldn't break even. We'd have to actually go and buy one, and I don't know that I would recommend that. But it is an option, as are hybrid vehicles and all the things that are out there. So we can continue to talk that if anyone has questions, but we're going to jump into all the other questions that y'all have tonight too. So to start us, Jamie asked, at Publix, could I use a $5 off $30 WinnDixie coupon and a Target coupon to get a $5 gift card when you buy $20 on select items? Would two competitor coupons like this be allowed in the same transaction? It depends on your store, Jamie. Most stores would definitely, if you purchase $60 in groceries, would allow you to use two WinnDixie coupons. So to use the Target with the WinnDixie, some may ask that you have a $50 purchase, not a $30 total, so that the two add up together. I know that the $5 gift card one isn't coming off, but it is still kind of the same thing. It's still a $5 savings. So I would look at it that way. You can ask which one they would prefer, but just be ready for them to say you got to at least have a $50 purchase to use both of these. Jessica's got a Harris Teeter question. Great time for Harris Teeter questions since Super Double starts in 2 days. Harris Teeter allows customers to stack eVic coupons along with paper coupons, internet printables, or newspaper coupons, but they're not going to be doubled. Is that true? Yes, it is. So to explain all of this, Harris Teeter always allows you to use a manufacturer's coupon. They're e-coupons. They're the only store in the entire Southeast that allows you to use an e-coupon with a paper coupon. So I've got a paper coupon for $2 off Secret deodorant, and I have a Harris Teeter e-coupon for $2 off Secret deodorant. Well, come Super Doubles time, that would be $4 from the paper coupon that's going to double in value, and $2 from the e-coupon. E-coupons do not double ever, and they only come off one product. So if I bought 3 deodorants, it's not coming off 3 times. But if I bought 1 deodorant, I used 1 paper coupon for $2 off and 1 e-coupon for $2 off. Right now, today, that would be $4 off that deodorant. Come Wednesday, that is $6 off of a deodorant. So it's a pretty fun deal with their e-coupons and how much you can stack. And keep in mind, too, for Harris Teeter, they don't take competitor coupons off specific products, but they do take competitor coupons. So if you ever have a competitor coupon for $5 off your next $30 purchase at Publix, you could use that at Harris Teeter. So just to throw in another coupon on top of everything else, they do take those. I just redeemed money from Ibotta using PayPal and wanted to buy an Amazon gift card using my PayPal account. How do I go about doing that since they are kind of competitors? Let's see. Yeah, it would be nice if Ibotta allowed you to do Amazon gift cards. I don't know that I have ever paid on Amazon with PayPal. I don't think that is an option to allow you to do that. So if you desperately wanted Amazon gift cards with them, you're going to have to turn to another vendor to purchase it. So whether you go through one of the gift card sites like giftcardmall.com or raise.com. I don't know if eBay sells Amazon anymore. Amazon's been pretty restrictive as to who is allowed to sell their gift cards, but I do know in the past that Raise has had them. And it might be that you just head there and you buy your gift cards from those sites, which are gift card kind of like recycling programs. So sometimes you can actually save a couple bucks. You'll get a $25 gift card and you'll pay $23 for it. So you might even come out ahead a little bit further with your free Ibotta money. But that's what I would do, is look there. I don't think you can do it straight through Amazon and pay with PayPal unless you went the long way and you had that PayPal money put into your checking account and then you used your checking account to buy the Amazon gift card. Probably not what you want to do, though. Having trouble knowing when to stop shopping. If that makes sense. I have enough razors and toothpaste, but I'm still seeing deals where I pay CVS $4.99 and I get back a $4 extra care. Do I do the deal just for the extra care buck? Am I still saving? If you have extra care bucks, you're definitely still saving. To me, I love keeping extra care bucks constantly rolling, meaning that I went in last week, I bought a whole bunch of stuff, and I left the store with $10 in extra care bucks. Well, now I want to go in next week and see how much can I get this $10 extra care buck to go? How far can I get it to go? What all can I get with it? The goal being that I go in and I don't end up paying that much more in real money, so that I'm always paying them in extra care bucks, and they're always giving me more extra care bucks back. If you don't have extra care bucks, so you go in, you get all the deals, but you go way over the extra care bucks that you did have, and then you get some back or you blow them on other things, you're spending money at that point, and you have to kind of decide budget-wise, do we still need to buy all of these? Do we have enough razors to where we just need to kind of stand down for a little while on all these deals? And I would probably say yes, you do. I see way too many folks that get so excited about couponing, which is a good thing, but they forget to set the budget on things. So I can't go out and just buy every deal known to man. I would be broke. Even all the deals that I post. So I have someone that emails me at least once a month and says, do you get all of these? Why don't you get all of these? You're posting them. I couldn't afford them all. That's great that they cost $1 a piece, but we don't need them all. So at some point you have to kind of hold yourself back. I would encourage you to set a budget, and when the budget's met, we stop shopping. So for us, our budget is about $50 a week. Sometimes it's $55, sometimes it's $45. But when the budget is met, we're done. I'm not going to go to 97 stores just to keep going, just to grab more things. So on that token, if you're not rolling extra care bucks and you're paying the real $4.99 out of your pocket just to get the $4 back, but you're not playing the game, in a sense, I would say you need to start kind of watching how much you're getting. Make sure you've got enough to keep you stocked, but not running and get them all after that. If you are playing the game, then I would encourage you to keep playing and donate. They're great things to give away. Personal care items, a lot of folks don't think about this, but they're the one item that no one can buy with any kind of assistance. So you can't use food stamps, you can't use WIC, and it's a great item that is needed by lots of folks. So grab them, put a box in your pantry, come home, and just start filling the box with whatever it is that you grabbed. And we get a lot of stuff that costs nothing or next to nothing, so you could fill up that box pretty fast and keep filling it up, send it on to other places. What are the best stores to buy clothing at coupon and discount wise? Kind of depends on your style and your size. Right now I would say Coldwater Creek if you love that fashion, because they're closing. Their website closes in 2 more days, I think. They won't even be able to take online orders. Local stores will close in another 3 or 4 weeks. So definitely for stores that are shutting down. For other stores locally, I would point you to Plato's Closet if you like really trendy name brand things. At that point, you're getting them on consignment and other consignment stores too. For kids' clothes, I would encourage you to shop off-season. So as the summer rolls down, let's get next summer's clothes at this summer's clearance prices. My favorite places for kids' clothes are the Gymboree, the Crazy 8, and the Children's Place sales. Crazy 8, at the end of the winter, ran a sale where everything was 88 cents with free shipping. That's a great sale. So we grab all of our coats, we grab all of our pants off-season. When they're really little, it's kind of easy. You're 3 years old, so I'm going to buy 4-year-old pants for next year. Obviously, as they get older, this gets a bit more tricky, but if you've got younger folks, that's where I would push you, and to local consignment sales there too. But normally I can beat local consignment sales and beat even Goodwill prices just by buying off-season on clearance brand new, and that makes me all the more happy. Not that there's anything wrong with used, but if you can get that great of a deal on new, go for it. Coupon-wise for clothes, Kohl's is probably the best in my boat. I'm trying to think of where all do we see all the big coupons. JCPenney's has been running some lately. The Kohl's runs the most, and always remember with Kohl's, if you shop online, that you can use 2 coupon codes together, which I couldn't do in the store. So a lot of folks don't like to shop for clothes online, but you can get some really great deals shopping online and pairing those 2 coupon codes together. And if you're a regular Kohl's shopper, it probably would be in your best interest to get a Kohl's credit card. Just make sure you pay it off every time you use it. But having a Kohl's credit card gives you access to much higher coupon codes. Right now there's a 15% off code for anyone who doesn't have a Kohl's charge card, or a 30% off code for anyone who does. So it's a pretty big difference between the two. And pairing in Kohl's Cash. So that's one that's running right now. If I went to Kohl's, or I went to Kohls.com, I could get clearance clothes, use the 30% off coupon, use a free shipping coupon, and for every $50 purchase, you're going to earn $10 back in Kohl's Cash. So it kind of just keeps adding up and giving you more and more savings. That's probably where I would do most of our online shopping if I hadn't already gotten it all from the clearance sales in the other stores. How do I manage my stockpile? Do I make a list of what I have, and how do I make sure food doesn't go to waste? There are a few things you can do, Jessica. For me, I've gotten really good over the years because, I mean, we're going on 8 years of couponing pretty heavily, of just kind of making sure we only buy enough for 6 weeks. So we don't ever go crazy overboard on anything. But that 6 weeks, what we're talking about here is, maybe, I guess probably 8 cans of tomatoes, 10 to 12 cans of each type of canned vegetable, though we do a lot more frozen. Spaghetti, I will have maybe 5 or 6 boxes on hand at any time. And then when we put away groceries, we tend to put the newer groceries behind the older. So some kind of rotating system. If you aren't able to do that yourself, like you're not kind of mentally thinking about it whenever you put away groceries, I would encourage you, if you have the space, to look into something called the Consolidator. Just search Southern Savers for it, and you'll find an old post. You can also find them on Amazon. So the Consolidator is like a pantry rotation system for cans, and it's great to where the newest can goes on the top and they all roll down and come out the bottom. So you always take from the bottom and add to the top, but it's a great way to make sure that you're always using the oldest thing that's in your stockpile. Obviously that's just going to help with cans and not with boxes, but you will kind of get a feel for it. The biggest thing that I would urge you to do is just make sure you're getting only enough for 6 weeks and that you're not going crazy. And why I say 6 weeks is that that's how long the sales cycle is. So if I went in and I got 40 boxes of pasta, that's great and all, but pasta is going to be back on sale in 6 weeks. And I'm going to still have 37 boxes of pasta left, and I don't need that much. So just kind of maybe toning it down if you've reached a point where you can't maintain what you have. Sometimes I do, or in the past, have had to get a little creative. When we first started couponing, we lived in a little 2-bedroom apartment that we were renting. And we didn't have a pantry. We had a cupboard that could fit our food in this tiny little kitchen. And so we had canned goods that lived under our bed. We had canned goods that lived in our closet underneath our shoes. And so on that one, I'm kind of joking people, if you have to leave notes for yourself, do it. And so I could open the little cupboard door and be like, you know what, canned green beans are under the bed, just so I would know where in the world to look. But sticking them in other places is a really big help. And thinking about things that don't have to be in the fridge. Can I move a lot of things to the freezer? That's been a big one for us too in managing our stockpile. And for me, I'm not pushing you to buy more things. We do have an outside freezer. It is a huge money saver for us. But I also have a vacuum sealer, so a lot of our meat and produce will last so much longer in the freezer than they would in just plain old Ziploc bags. Because so much of what we do is frozen. That's really where we have to put a lot of effort into managing our stockpile. So we buy meat in bulk, and we buy produce in bulk from oh goodness, I just lost all the words in my head. Where you buy produce in bulk? The farmer's market. So get your produce in bulk from the farmer's market. Meat for us, we get from Zacon Foods in the 40-pound boxes, or from, we have a U.S. Foods chef store in our area. That's like a restaurant supply store, but anybody can shop there. So I personally would live there if they would let me. It is a very, very fun, amazing store. But So I'm buying chicken in a 40-pound box, and then I can vacuum seal that. That'll last us for 3 or 4 months, vacuum sealed in individual bags, where I never really feel like it can last that long in Ziploc bags. So it's probably a little more than you asked, but hopefully that helps some. Is it the norm that stores accept manufacturer coupons that are not for the exact item that you're buying? For example, I used a coupon for mango Powerade today, but I bought a different flavor and CVS accepted it. They really shouldn't. In terms of using coupons, we really do have to try to always purchase what the coupon is intended for. And it's actually the largest form of coupon fraud. So not to make you feel incredibly horrible, but it actually ranks above people that make copies of coupons, which is also a huge no-no. So let's not do that either. But we should always use it for what it's intended for. Part of them trying to stop that was when they came out with a new barcode a couple of years ago. We don't have the little short barcode. We have a really long data bar now. So if you look at your coupon, you kind of almost have, some of them still have two, but a lot of them just have the really long double layer data bar. And that double layer data bar is pretty intense. If it tells you to buy the mango Powerade, technically it should stop you if you bought a different flavor. If it didn't, then Coca-Cola, who owns Powerade, isn't really programming their barcodes the way they should. But most of them will stop you if you don't buy the right product. They'll stop you if it's expired and a number of other things that it can catch that the old barcode just couldn't catch. So for you, it's just kind of making sure that you're on the up and up. And it's really a help for all of us. We don't really want it to be a situation where it's us versus the cashier, or the cashier hates couponers because other folks have taken advantage of them. So I would just kind of stick with, you know that you're buying the right thing and that you know that the coupon is good for that product, versus waiting for the computer to say yes or no, because it's probably just a coding error on Coca-Cola's part for it. Are vacuum sealer bags cheaper than Ziploc bags? I can get the Food Saver least bells and whistles machine for $45. My husband's worried about the cost of bags over time. They are not necessarily cheaper. You can get some good deals on them on Amazon, and normally you don't want to buy the bags for the Food Saver. You want to buy the rolls, and you cut off, it has a little slicer, you cut off the roll, and you seal one end of it, you stick stuff in, and you seal the other end. The roll ends up saving you money because now I can make them the size of whatever I'm sealing versus having them all one standard bag size. So I would go that route, and I would go maybe even an off-brand name of roll, because there are other companies that make them that are cheaper than the Food Saver brand. I don't mean in terms of vacuum sealers. I have a Food Saver vacuum sealer, and I can't speak for other brands of vacuum sealers, but the rolls, they tend to kind of all work the same. So going with a no-name type of roll or a cheaper brand roll is going to work just fine in your vacuum sealer, and then kind of go into town. I did read an article, you could probably find this on Pinterest too, of folks using Ziploc freezer bags in their vacuum sealers. I have never tried that, but you could kind of read up and at least maybe do a science experiment. We're going to have all of our kids doing science fair projects on vacuum sealing. But there are a few things that you can use to definitely cut down on the cost. In the long run, what it is that you're not losing food to freezer burn where you would have lost it in a Ziploc bag. So we have a chest freezer, and for me, things get lost in the bottom of that. It's no man's land. You have no clue a year later what it even was when it went in. But the vacuum sealer kind of helps to solve a lot of that problem. And technically, food that's vacuum sealed can last in a freezer up to 5 years with no freezer burn if you did it right. So just to, I don't know, be a sales advocate for Food Saver vacuum sealers. They do come in handy, though. Is it difficult to get the $10 gift card or gas gift cards at CVS for spending the $30? If I could use coupons to lower the cost of the purchase down to under $15, it could be a great way. Yes, Jeremy, you're right on target. It is buy $30 in participating items before coupons, and you get a $10 gift card. So no, it's not. There are some great deals this week. I think it's Rite Aid not Rite Aid, Right Guard, deodorant and body wash. If you were to go in and kind of get stocked on all of those, there are some great coupons for those. Plus, a lot of folks are getting coupons from the Coupon Center on deodorant and other products. So grab $30 worth of all those. Use all your coupons. You'll come down to be about almost $12 or $13 for all of that, and you'll still get your $10 gift card back. They run these every week. There's technically you can earn multiple $10 gift cards. I think there's a limit of 5, though, per week. So if you're going to go insane, just keep that in the back of your mind that you can't get 92 of them per week. But next week you're going to be able to get another 5. So they're going to run this all summer until August. So just kind of constantly looking for the deals that are out there for those products. But you're right on target with what the plan is. Okay, well, if anybody else has any other questions, feel free. My plan is to, stay on with you guys as long as you have them until 9:30 hits. As far as drugstores go, since there have been a number of drugstore questions, with all of the deals that are out there, I had someone that commented on a Rite Aid post on Facebook earlier this week talking about how it's frustrating for me to say that pull-ups are $2.99 this week, which they are, by the way. They're $2.99 at Rite Aid. But that to them it doesn't really feel like they're $2.99 because you have to go in and you have to pay the $9.25 or whatever it is before the reward prints. Just remember with drugstores that our goal is to always have their reward. The first time I go into the drugstores, I'm going to have to pay real money. I don't have that plus up reward or that extra care buck. But as I leave with rewards. So the next time I come back, I'm going to buy only what I can afford. If I have $10 in extra care bucks, I'm not going to put $40 on the counter. I'm going to break things up into multiple transactions so that I have $5. I'm going to put this on the counter first, and I'm going to use a coupon, and I'm going to get an extra care buck back from it after I pay for it or use a reward to pay for it. Use this deal's extra care buck to buy the next thing. Use this deal's extra care buck to buy the next thing so that you're constantly breaking things down. And these are obviously tiny transactions just because it's what's here on the table, but you get the picture. So transaction number 1, I paid for with what I came in the door. Transaction number 2, I paid for with the rewards from transaction number 1, and so on and so forth around the buggy. I like to joke, but it's very true. Buggies have 4 corners, so please don't stay there for 97 transactions in CVS. We can do this in 4. That is only CVS. Rite Aid will not allow you to use those rewards that you earn today on another deal right behind it. You have to use those rewards 24 hours later. So in Rite Aid, I am going to go in and buy this all in one big fell swoop, and I am going to pay more out of pocket, which is why I push most of you to start in CVS. CVS is the best drugstore that's out there. But there are some great deals in all 3 of them. So if you pick one that's closest to you, that's fine. We won't, I'm not going to jump on you for picking Rite Aid. Just realize that you may spend a tiny bit more out of pocket. How do you organize printables? Jessica, where I would push you, I'm trying to think of whether or not, I think my coupon organizer is still in the car. But what I would push you to is probably doing with printable coupons kind of like, I call it a large category system. So take a bag or take a box and make numerous categories and keeping them in there so that when you print a bunch of printables, you're going to sit down, you're going to organize them by locations in the store, and then you're going to take those categories and you're going to put them into each section that it goes into. Now I can head to the store with that. I have one, I kind of wish it wasn't in the car, I could show it to you, but I have one that's in a bag, a little like reusable lunch bag that I got at Staples for 10 bucks. And in it, it's got about 40 categories so that you can easily divide things up. It's more than just a little coupon folder though, because those little coupon folder things, they sell for $2. They have 10 to 12 categories. That's going to drive you crazy. You're going to have way too many coupons in the dry goods, and you're going to have to go through it constantly. Now I've at least got them all with me. I don't have dry goods. I have box dinners and condiments and baking goods. It's all split up and more manageable. That's what I would push you to. And odds are, Jessica, you also have a lot of coupons you found in the store. So this way, having a way to kind of organize all of them together is going to help you be a little bit more functional with your coupons. Vacuum sealers. Hudson is saying, I frequently use glass canning jars for things like coffee, nuts, and lettuce. That's a great one. I don't know if you want to chime back in. Are you actually canning them or just, closing them down? And if you do use vacuum sealers or have one, there are vacuum sealers that have container attachments, so you can actually get some of their containers and seal them down as well, and those are obviously reusable. It's not like a bag that I use once and I am done with it. So maybe if you're looking into getting one, you invest in a few containers as well to kind of push that a little further with your savings. Okay, Karen's going to make me do math. CVS is running a buy one, get one free on Dial Body Wash, and I have a coupon for buy two, get one free. How does that affect my cost? Okay, I don't have three things here. Here we go. They're on sale, buy one, get one. So one is free. We'll turn it this way. And one has cost. And then you have a coupon for buy two, get one. This is what's going to happen. You're going to buy three like you planned to. One is free from the sale. I'm buying this one. The computer will think that you're buying two, even though one is free. And it will make another one free. This is all I had on the table. So in the end, I'm going to pay for this guy. One is free from the sale, and one becomes free from the coupon. So you'll buy one, and you'll get two free with your buy two, get one free coupon and your buy one, get one sale. We have that exact same kind of different deal opposite at Target right now. You can get buy one, get two free M&Ms. M&Ms are on sale, buy two, get one, and there's a coupon for buy one, get one. So you're going to buy two and get one in the store, and then you're going to use your coupon to make another one free. One is free from the store sale, one becomes free from the coupon, and you pay for one. So it's maybe not as fun as body wash, but it's really cheap chocolate. That's kind of fun to me. For CVS gas card deals, the deal limits one gas card per week. I saw dollars still tracking on the receipt after getting one gas card. I was wondering what happens if I hit another $30 limit in the same week. It should give you another card. From what I've heard from a lot of folks, it's giving up to 5. So it'll kind of keep on tracking you if you wanted to get more. I would do that one at a time. I wouldn't go in and put, $150 on the counter and hope that you get all 5. But as long as you're seeing it track you, more will come. It's when you see the stars at the bottom that say offer limit reached that you have exceeded your gift cards for the week. But you can definitely get more than one every week. I live in Alabama where groceries are fully taxed, and when I use coupons, my total is lower. Is the tax also lower? No. Sadly, this is like, what is that movie? Meet Joe Black. It's one of those key things in life. You will always owe tax. The coupon does not remove the tax requirement at all for the product. The only type of coupon that can remove the tax requirement are store coupons, if they're considered a sale and not a coupon. So even then it depends kind of on how it rings up and how the computer registers it, but manufacturer coupons definitely never reduce the tax liability. So I could actually go into CVS, just to walk through with our random free things again. I go into CVS and something's on sale, buy one, get one, and I have a buy one, get one coupon. It makes them both free in CVS. The sale, one is free and one is free from the coupon. I will still owe the tax on those two products. So you never walk out owing absolutely nothing. I'm still going to owe the 25 cents or whatever the tax was. And that can be the frustrating part of all of the deals, but you still did technically get them all for free. Still getting the hang of drugstores. I've watched all the videos and listened to your podcast. It seems simple, but sometimes the actual buying it can get confusing. Am I still doing the podcast? I kind of had to take a break from them. They got to be very stressful, me just sitting in a room talking to myself really late at night. Hopefully I can pick them back up soon, but these Google Hangouts ended up kind of taking their place for a little bit for me. So we'll see how I can work that into our schedule. It's just trying to be mindful of my family's time and my time on top of all of that we just had to kind of step back. But it was fun to do them, and just took a lot of time to line up who I would talk to and what we would talk about each week as well. I'm glad you enjoyed them, though. I see on your CVS videos that you say you can scan your CVS card twice and coupons print both times. I've never been able to print more than once and have to wait until the following week until it will print again. Is that normal for all CVS cards? Jerry, I guess my first question for you would be how many coupons are printing when you do scan it once? So if you're scanning your CVS card and you're just getting like 1 or 2 coupons and you're not getting much else other than that, I would say what the real problem is that your CVS card is probably dead. That's what I call it anyway. After a few years, CVS cards they get old and they stop giving you the same amount of coupons that other people are getting. So if you feel like you're missing out on some of the really great coupons, this might be the case, which really the best thing you can do is to get a new CVS card. So just go into CVS, ask for a new CVS card. Don't link it to your current card. So you're just going to say, I need a new CVS card, or I need a CVS card, not even new. Don't link it to the current card you have. Just use it instead. It'll take about 3 to 4 weeks of you shopping in CVS for the card to kind of turn on and become amazing. But when you're a brand new shopper and you're in there every week and that card is brand new as well, the coupon center is going to love you, right? I just switched cards maybe about 6 months ago. So now when I scan, the coupons that it prints are taller than my middle child. It just keeps coming and keeps coming. I can scan twice and get more. I can go in the next day and I'll still get more the next time I scan. So if that's not happening for you, I would probably say let's try. It won't hurt to at least try another CVS card. Obviously, you'll need to burn or use up the extra care bucks that you have on the current one, because if you don't link the two together, then I can't keep them going on the new card. Nor can you use your beauty rewards or keep them going. So if you're really close to the next Beauty Club reward, at least finish the reward you're on, the $50 requirement for the Beauty Club, before you switch cards. What's the best way to get Sunday newspaper coupons? I live in Augusta, Georgia, and Sunday newspapers never have coupons in them. I hope I could get the Atlanta Journal somewhere. You're very close to being able to get the Atlanta Journal, and I've been in Augusta numerous times teaching workshops. I'm pretty sure that there is somebody in the Augusta area that sells them, or somewhere nearby that you can go. What I would recommend is probably hopping on like our Facebook page, or even leaving it in a chat on the regional coupon variations post every Wednesday, just saying, does anyone in the Augusta area know where you can get the Atlanta Journal? Another thing you could try is that a lot of the Publixes that are outside of the perimeter in Atlanta, they are carrying the Atlanta Journal, and I don't just mean right outside the perimeter, like LaGrange, Georgia, which is almost as far as you are from Atlanta in the other direction. Those Publixes are bringing in the Atlanta Journal, and they're keeping them behind customer service just for their couponers to buy. So maybe it's that you actually talk to your Publix manager and see if they would consider bringing these in for their couponers. I have no doubt there are lots of couponers in the Augusta area, so it would be pretty big for them and a great way to be earning loyalty for those couponers, in that they'd have to come in and get their papers anyway. And have just one more happy feeling towards Publix for bringing them in for them. But there are definitely a lot of Publixes. LaGrange is southwest. There are Publixes in the northwest that are also bringing them in. So this wouldn't be something new to them. I have a feeling they've probably heard of other stores doing it before. So in terms of the vacuum sealing, Hudson saying that he is sealing the containers. So yes, buying those containers and using the container attachments. So I know that when we were talking about vacuum sealers, I think it was Jessica that you were saying you were looking at the really, really cheap one. I don't know that I would push you to that one. I would probably push you if you are thinking about doing the reusable containers to one that has the reusable container attachment. On this note, a little tiny plug, there's a $25 coupon on coupons.com right now for any vacuum sealer that is $129 or more. The best deal that I could find looking around to use that coupon when I posted it a few weeks ago would probably be to head to Bed Bath & Beyond and to use a 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon with the $25 manufacturer's coupon, because I'm always allowed a store coupon and a manufacturer's coupon together, and it'll bring that vacuum sealer down. I think it's regularly $129. It's right at $129. You use the 20% off. That saves you almost $25 just with the 20% off. Then the manufacturer's another $25. So you're getting a really good deal at that point on a higher level one that will do the containers and everything else. Okay, so in terms of questions, that's it for now. Feel free to throw in more. We've kind of hit everything that I had for us tonight, and we can definitely end early. My plan for Google Hangouts is to continue to do them every Monday night for the next few weeks. We're going to take off the Monday after July 4th, being the only Monday that we don't do them for the near future. So we'll be here again next Monday night at 8:30. My plan for next Monday night was actually to do, this kind of seems silly, but Extreme Couponing 102, because everybody always asks whenever I teach workshops, do I have a 102? I don't have time to travel to do a 102, but we can definitely try to cover some more advanced things on a Hangout, and then whatever questions you guys have as well. But if you think of anything else, always email me, jenny@southernsavers.com. And I hope you guys at least got the questions that you had answered tonight, and that you have a great night. Thanks for joining me.